Hello people, I'm the Comic Book Gamer, and today I'm going to be doing my San Diego Comic-Con recap. So we're going to be talking about some of the stuff that interested me the most. I'm not going to be going over everything, but I'm going to be going over a lot, so some things I'll talk about more than others. So first off, let's talk about Aquaman, the Aquaman trailer we got, because that's coming out this year, believe it or not. So we finally got a trailer. We've been waiting for it for a long time. And the trailer was alright. I know a lot of people loved it. I didn't hate it. I just wasn't the biggest fan of it because it was kind of just like, hey, here's a bunch of just action set pieces. There wasn't anything that interesting to me. Black Manta looked dope though. Black Manta was the best part of the trailer to me. He looked awesome. Everything else was just like big CGI action set pieces, which is fine. Just I would have preferred to see more of Aquaman himself. Some stuff looked generic, and that scene where he's getting bullied was just so bad. I'm like, oh, who thought that should be in the movie? That was very cringy. Especially like, look at this kid. How are you gonna bully someone with that haircut? Like, I don't know. Just when I was growing up, that's the kid that would get bullied if you had a haircut like that. I'm sorry, but how's that kid gonna start bullying Aquaman? Like, what? And why do you pick the aquarium of all places to start bullying this kid? This is just weird. Like, they're just doing it out in the open in front of everyone. Like, someone at the aquarium is not going to be like, hey, stop hitting that kid that's 2 feet shorter than you. Like, and again, like, how are you going to bully someone with that haircut? Anyways, yeah, the Aquaman trailer gets a strong okay from me. I was just alright. The Shazam trailer, on the other hand, was awesome. I absolutely loved that trailer. I thought it was great. I thought everything about it was great. The build up, sort of explaining a little bit of the origin of Shazam with Captain Marvel so people know. And I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. And my favorite part of the trailer was by far at the end where he gets shot in the convenience store and his brother's like, you've got bullet immunity. He's like, I'm bulletproof. He starts laughing with him, then looks back at the guys that shot him and goes, you're dead. I was like, oh my, that part was great. I love that part so much. The entire trailer had me smiling. Zachary Levi looks like a great Captain Marvel, and the kid that the cast is Billy Batson looks good, and his brother looks good, and everything just looks good about the trailer. There wasn't really any gripe. Mark Strong I love. I'm not a big Shazam fan in the comics though, so I don't really know a whole lot about the character. I've just read him when he like appears in other people's books. But overall, I really like the trailer. There is one thing that I'll say though, can we please just like ban people from using Kanye, Kendrick Lamar, or Imagine Dragons in trailers? Because those three artists are the most overused in movie trailers. Just constantly you'll get Kanye, Kendrick Lamar, or Imagine Dragons. That's like all that's used. Because it was used in this trailer, Kendrick Lamar, so I'm really hoping those are just like perma-banned from trailers, just constantly overused. It's getting a little annoying. Next up, we have the Titans trailer, which was just
so dark.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Titans trailer. I think the Titans trailer was overall pretty bad. It felt like it had a $2 budget, and the look of Starfire and Beast Boy is just absolutely terrible. Raven looks, Dick Grayson I'm all about though. I think the casting for Dick Grayson is great. I'm fine. I know a lot of people were like, were just memeing his line that he had in the trailer, and I was okay with it because that's the point that he's at in his life, to where everything he's done has been defined by Batman, and obviously Bruce Wayne has wronged him many a time, so he's just at that point where he's just like, yeah, I'm not Batman's biggest fan, and every time someone sees him they connect with Batman, so I like that. I'm fine with that. I know a lot of people didn't, but the rest of the trailer just I'm not a big fan. I don't like how Bruce Boy is not going to be green unless he's like transforming, because we saw that he's like really pale, and then he starts like running, getting all Beast Boy like, and he starts turning green. And then same with Starfire, like she's not going to be orange unless she's like doing her superpower thing. That's it. It's that's got me a little worried. I think that's stupid because I saw, you have everyone screaming, oh, you're just racist if you don't like this girl being Starfire. I'm fine with her. Just make her orange. I don't care what color you are in real life. I don't care what your race is. But when you're playing a character that is orange, you should be orange also. It's just like with Mystique, how they were all blue, how even Jennifer Lawrence had to go and be blue in some scenes. That's how I think Starfire should be all orange. Like, that's just the thing. That's how she looks. Not like this. She looks absolutely terrible. Her hair looks really cheap also, and just everything. And same with Beast Boy. Beast Boy should be green, but they're not, and I think that's kind of stupid. At least we'll see some elements of Beast Boy being green, but Starfire just, oh my gosh, Starfire looks so bad, but they both don't look that good. The whole entire trailer was just, felt very like 2004, $2 budget, just not very good. I'm hoping the show proves me wrong. They could have an interesting arc with Dick Grayson becoming Nightwing. That could be cool, but yeah, overall, it's a yikes from me. Then one of the most surprising announcements from Comic-Con was Clone Wars is being saved. We're getting a season 7. It's actually gonna get a proper send-off, unlike where season 5 just kind of ended, and then season 6 was just a Netflix season to where they just did like a bunch of random stories. This will actually tie everything up more, so I think that's gonna be cool, and I'm excited. I love the trailer. I thought it was really cool and a good tease, and I also love seeing this animation style back, because the Rebels animation was pretty much like, hey, what if we took Clone Wars animation and just like hit it with sandpaper? Like everything was just less detailed. I felt like everything just got sandpapered down to where there was no detail, and it looks so bad. I hate Rebels animation so much. Because Clone Wars animation I wasn't the biggest fan of, but I got used to it. I'm like, okay, it's alright. And then Rebels are so bad. But so I'm happy to see this back, and Clone Wars looks good. I'm excited. Was that, well, the one question I have from it, I haven't watched any breakdowns or really done any in-depth research myself, just watched the trailer a couple times. Is that dude to Anakin's left a Republic Commando? Because he looks like he's a Republic Commando, and if so, yes, I want more Republic Commandos. We got Gregor in the original Clone Wars TV show. He was like the one Republic Commando that actually like had extensive, got to be featured a little bit, because we got a little bit of Delta Squad in there for like 2 seconds. They made a cameo, but Gregor actually got like his own episode, so that was cool. And seeing more Republic Commandos will be absolutely awesome. So I'm excited about that. The whole trailer was like, okay, when's Ahsoka gonna come in? When's she gonna come in? Because I'm not a fan of Ahsoka. I know most people love her. I don't, because I think she's kind of a pointless character that just like came out of nowhere and is pretty annoying for the most part. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but that's how I feel about Ahsoka. Just not a fan. But I knew they were gonna come in here because Dave Filoni, or however you pronounce the last name, is just obsessed with her, like just obsessed. And so I knew that he was gonna have her come in here. I was like, oh wow, Ahsoka. But that kind of ruins her ending in the original Clone Wars TV show when she got sent off, because it was kind of assumed that her and Vader didn't see each other between when she got sent off from the Jedi Council and like got sent off, and then became well, showed up in Rebels. So I was like, oh, that's like a long period of time that they hadn't seen each other. That's an emotional reunion when they fight in season 2. But nah, it turns out they saw each other in between that time, like a few months after she left. They just see each other again. I don't think that's kind of stupid. So I was hoping like maybe no Ahsoka, but I was 99.9% sure that Ahsoka's gonna show up. And wow, she did. And it's because I felt like she kind of took away from the original show. Like, here's cool Obi-Wan and Anakin and stuff, but we'll focus on Ahsoka. And it's like, but I don't care. The whole point of the show was to expand on like Obi-Wan, Anakin, and the clones, not to show Ahsoka. Like, just not. But anyways, yeah, I'm hoping the show's good. I think it'll be great. I'm excited. And yeah, I think Clone Wars is going to be really good. And now on to some comic news, because believe it or not, we got some at Comic-Con. Who would have thought? DC announced some, Marvel announced like at least nothing that I saw. If they did, they weren't promoting it at all. DC was promoting it. Like, you go to DC's Twitter feed, it's all them just promoting all their Comic-Con stuff. You go to Marvel, it's like, no, there's like nothing there but like some people that like did a stream and Funko Pop stuff, and like nothing about like what they did at Comic-Con, because they didn't really do anything. But anyways, we got some more details about Tom King's upcoming Crisis book, Heroes in Crisis. So some details were, Heroes in Crisis will introduce a new location in the DC universe called Sanctuary, a technologically advanced therapy center for superheroes to give them the help they need after enduring physical and psychological trauma on a day-to-day basis. But things take a grim turn when a dozen superheroes are massacred and a shooting incites Sanctuary. So yeah, it's basically like, hey look, it's political commentary on, you know, all the mass shootings that happen, and the superheroes are gonna deal with it now. Good luck with your escapism entertainment, where now superheroes are dealing with shootings. It sounds really stupid to have superheroes deal with a shooting. It just sounds idiotic and just not interesting at all. But that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna deal with the shooting, so we'll see how that goes. I can't wait to have Harley Quinn read me a pamphlet on gun control. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Some more details were, the story will focus on Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, as well as Booster Gold and Harley Quinn. The reason that Harley Quinn and Booster Gold were chosen was because DC's publisher Dan DiDio said they're people who make mistakes. Yeah, Booster Gold makes mistakes. Booster Gold makes mistakes. Harley Quinn murders people. There's a difference between a mistake and murdering someone, murdering multiple people, falling in love with the craziest guy in the DC universe, one of the most evil beings ever. Like that, I hate this whole trying to make Harley Quinn an anti-hero, because she's not. she was always, part of what was interesting about her was she was always arguably crazier than the Joker, because the Joker, at least, if you take the Killing Joke as his origin, that you actually had some trauma and stuff to his backstory, and falling into that at Ace Chemicals, falling into those chemicals, like that actually gives him reason for turning crazy, like gives him reasoning for it. Harley Quinn had no reasoning. She was just someone that worked at an asylum. She's a psychiatrist. She was just there. Like, I guess you could say it got to her, like working with all these people, but then she just fell in love with the craziest guy that showed up. And it's like, okay, she's arguably crazier than the Joker. Joker had reasoning for why he went crazy. She does not. She has very, very little reasoning to actually turn crazy like this. She's arguably crazier than the Joker. But then they decide, nah, we'll make her a hero. We'll make her DC's Deadpool. She'll be zany and wacky and sort of like a Looney Tune, and she'll be funny. And it's like, we'll just forget about all the dozens of people she's murdered. That's, no. And all the stuff she's assisted Joker with. We'll forget about that. It's like, no. And through that, her character became boring and uninteresting and just bleh and oversaturated. And that's why now I don't like Harley Quinn. I hate Harley Quinn. I used to love Harley Quinn. The old animated series Harley Quinn, good. New zany Harley Quinn, bad. But DC's trying to spread around. Now we're gonna see her go and talk about stuff to a psychologist or a therapist or whatever, and it's gonna be, I don't know. And then the last detail we got about Heroes in Crisis is Tom King saying, well, he was quoting an old Dan DiDio quote saying, you can't have a crisis without Flash dying. So that could just be him joking around though, who knows. But if Flash does die, it can't be Barry or Wally. Please, we just got Wally back from Rebirth. No, don't get rid of him. Barry already did the whole death thing and was gone for a long time and came back. Don't do that. Those two should be safe. I don't want any Flashes dying, but those two should 100% be safe. If you kill one of them, you're just a moron. But yeah, overall, Heroes in Crisis I'm just not a fan of it. I don't even know if I'll pick it up. I don't know. It's probably one of those stories that I'll just like hear from the sidelines and be like, oh, if it's good, I'll pick it up. Otherwise, no, because it just doesn't really interest me. Clayman's art, however, is freaking amazing, though. Like, the way he draws Booster Gold and everything, oh, it looks so good. So we finally got some details about Geoff Johns' 3 Jokers that was teased at the end of his run on Justice League New 52. So that was a long time ago, but we're finally getting details about it now, thank God, because it had been so long. I didn't know what was actually happening with it. We're finally getting details about it. What was announced was Geoff Johns and Jason Fabok's 3 Jokers title has landed at DC Black Label, but will tie into DC Universe continuity. The series is scheduled to debut this winter as a 3-issue prestige format limited series. It focuses on Bruce, Barbara, and Jason Todd. So the thing that's interesting about that is the fact that it's at DC Black Label, and Black Label is DC's new imprint that is out of continuity, it's out of canon, and so they can do whatever crazy zany stuff they want to do with it. Like Brian Azzarello has a Batman series coming up, Frank Miller has Superman Year One, there's some other stuff. But this is part of it, except it's going to tie into continuity, so I don't get why it's part of Black Label. Maybe it's just to popularize Black Label, to let people know that, hey, Black Label exists, because it's like a premiere series that a lot of people are going to be checking out. And so they're like, oh, there's more of this Black Label stuff. Okay, that's the only reason I can see for it, but it makes no sense that if it's going to be tying into continuity, it's in an out-of-continuity imprint. That doesn't add up to me, but I think it's just more of like a publicity stunt sort of deal to like get more people involved with Black Label. That's my whole guess. But yeah, I guess since it's 3 issues, each issue will focus on a different character. Like, one will be Bruce Wayne's Joker, the next will be like Barbara's, and the next will be Jason's, I guess. I don't know, but they also said that like it's gonna have a huge effect on Bruce Wayne. It'll tie him to Joker in a different way than we've ever seen before, and they're really excited about it. I'm excited because anything Geoff Johns does, I will pretty much buy. He's just my favorite writer in all of comics ever. He's a really good writer, and I think he's great, so I'm excited for what he's going to do. Jason Fabok is also one of the best artists out right now, so them doing a Joker story is interesting. I'm very intrigued because this could go wrong in a lot of ways, because if you explain too much about Joker, it can go really badly. We'll see, like, Wolverine sort of had that with his Wolverine Origins book, to where they explained too much of his backstory and it took away some of the mystery of the character, and people are like, eh, it kind of ruined some aspects of Wolverine for people. They could easily do that with Joker here. I'm hoping they don't, though. Then next up, we got The Green Lantern from Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp. I'm excited about this book because it looks just cool. The preview pages were really good, the art looks fantastic, and Grant Morrison writing Green Lantern looks really good. And I like the fact that it's called The Green Lantern. It's focusing on Hal Jordan. It's like, hey, we had Green Lantern and we had Hal Jordan the Green Lantern Corps, where it's like, hey, here's all the Green Lanterns. Now it's The Green Lantern. It's focusing on the Green Lantern, which is Hal Jordan. I really like putting that focus on Hal because he is my favorite Green Lantern, and yeah, just seeing him getting this respect from DC is great, and having a legendary writer like Grant Morrison's on it. Pretty much the only details we really got about it was that Grant Morrison's like, I don't want to do these huge 12-issue epic arcs about him saving the universe. I want to do normal everyday space cop stuff. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Is he gonna just like investigate domestic abuse in space? Is he gonna like shoot a guy that's rushing him trying to kill him, but then it turned out he wasn't armed, and then people are gonna riot, and then stuff's gonna I don't know. We'll see how Space Cop stuff goes. But I'm interested to see how Space Cop Hal Jordan book goes. I'm excited for it. Grant Morrison, Liam Sharp, I think is a very strong creative team. And yeah, that's pretty much it that we got from Comic-Con. Again, there was other stuff, but this is what I wanted to cover and talk about. And one last thing, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a live stream with John Delarose about his new Indiegogo project. So we'll be talking about comics, we'll be talking about his new Indiegogo project, and it'll be a lot of fun. So make sure to show up to that stream if you want to get notified when I go live. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit the bell notifications to turn on notifications, so that way YouTube will send you a notification when I go live, and you can sit there and ask us questions and join in, and it'll be fun and just hang out. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of some of the stuff here that we talked about in this video. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.